Devi Kadanika has come to tell you the story of Shaktipedas, the seat of goddess Parashakti. Brahma, the creator, once requested Adi Parashakti to join with Shiva for helping him with creation. Devi replied, Shiva was in his Rudra penance, where there was no place for marriage, and that would come true during Satyayuga. Daksha Prajapati, the son of Lord Brahma, did 3000 years penance on Devi Shakti. Pleased with the devotion, she granted a boon that she would be born as his daughter during Satyayuga. Daksha married Asikti Devi and procured 10,000 male progeny. They were then guided to monasticism by sage Narada. Daksha after procured 1,000 male progeny through Panchajani Devi. They were too guided to monasticism by Narada. Angry Daksha cursed Narada that he would never get to stay at a place and would be wandering about. Daksha made his 60 daughters, born then, marry to Devas and Yogis, 10 of them to Dharmadeva, 13 daughters to Kashyapa, 27 daughters to Chandra, 6 daughters to Garuda. The last born daughter of Daksha and Veerani is Sati Devi. Sati grew up admiring and adoring the tales and legends of Lord Shiva. She then did Nanda Vratam for an year on Ishvara. Devas brought the notice of Devi Sati to Lord Shiva, who was in penance. Pleased with the devotion, Parameshwar appeared before Devi Sati and asked her for the boon she desires. She was shy and stood facing down, unable to ask for the boon. Knowing her heart, Shiva informed that they would be getting married. In Shiva Purana, it is said Devi suggested Shiva to keep this marriage proposal before her father Daksha. Lord Shiva then requested Brahma to get the permission from Daksha Prajapati. Shiva stood waiting eagerly for Brahma to return with the approval. On a day with Falguni Nakshatra, Krishna Paksha and Trayodashi, Lord Shiva sated over Nandi along with his Ganas, reached abode of Daksha to marry Sati. Marriage went through in the presence of all Devas and Yogis. Some Puranas say Daksha was not present for the occasion. Lord Shiva and Sati Devi then started to live in Kailash. Daksha was not happy with this marriage. Reasons differ in different granthas. According to Bhagavata Purana, when Daksha went to attend Brahmavadi Yogam, all Devas stood in respect except for Shiva and Brahma. Daksha Prajapati couldn't tolerate this disrespect from his son-in-law. He insulted Lord Shiva, calling him Lord of the Beast, and that he was unhappy with the marriage of his daughter. Enraged Nandi cursed Daksha. Lord Shiva left the place in silence. Some other Puranas say when Brahma was egoistic, devoid of respect for others, Lord Shiva cut off his 5th head, and Daksha was intolerable with this insult to his own father. Daksha then decided to conduct a yaga, inviting every god except Lord Parameshwar. On the day of Daksha Yaga, Sati Devi insisted Shiva that she wanted to go for the yajna to ask for the reason her husband was alone left, not invited. Shiva stopped Sati to not go unwelcomed. Sati left paying no heed. She was greeted at Daksha Yaga by her sisters and mother in privacy. Seeing no seat allotted among Devas for Shiva, Sati inquired the reason to her father. Haughty and proud King Daksha called him all sorts of names, right from a disheveled god who hung out in graveyard to the supposed lord of beasts. Unable to bear anything against her husband, devastated goddess Sati threw herself in the glowing sacred fire of Yajna. Narada informed Shiva the demise of his wife. He grew enraged and created Veerabhadra and Mahakali from a lock of his hair dashed on the mountains. Veerabhadra, Kali, and other Shivaganas created havoc at Daksha's place. It is said they saw auspicious omens on the start of their journey, whereas Daksha saw vultures flying overhead and jackals howling as omens. He requested Lord Vishnu for protection, for which Sri Narayana replied he was helpless. Veerabhadra severed the head of Daksha, hiding behind the Yagya. With utmost grief, Lord Shiva carried the goddess' body with him, roaming the universe. Enraged, he started Rudra Tandavam. Lord Vishnu, knowing the consequence of Tandavam to the universe and to help Shiva overcome his grief, cut the body into 51 pieces with the Sudarshana Chakra. The places where the ornaments or pieces of body fell on earth became consecrated sites known as Shaktipedas. Devi Puranam describes Shaktipedas to be 51. Devi Bhagavata says it to be 108. Devi Gita says it to be 72. Tantra Chudamani describes it as 52. And Adi Shankaracharya says it as 18. 37 are in India. The rest at Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Tibet, Nepal and Bangladesh. Adi Shakti Pedas are 4. Bhimala inside Puri Jagannath Temple, Taratarini in Odisha, Kamakya in Assam, Dakina Kalika in Bengal. Mahashakti Pedas are 18. Amongst this, 3 are considered much sacred: Kamakya in Assam, Mangala Gauri in Bihar, and Mahakali in Madhya Pradesh. The 3 most aspects of goddess, creation, protection, destruction, symbolized here, are located in perfect straight line from Kamakya to Ujjain via Gaya.